I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Blake Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Chuck this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025.
Today. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Monday's edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratinito at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You guys know it. You love it. Check it out Mondays. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, my IG, michael.caratinito.5. Yes, I may have told you that once or twice. You can go to the wonderful world of IG and check it out. Check it out there as well. Just had a dot between the first and last name and then a .5 at the end. And then last but not least, you guys know, look, we got to get to this stuff right away. Baseball, track, men's golf, absolutely freaking phenomenal, insane weekend in Sun Devil Nation. Golf, again, making that charge. Hope you guys watch. Baseball, I hope you watched every second of, yes, the ASU games, of course, but just that whole regional. And yeah, a 14-inning game that doesn't go the Devil's way as being the visiting team in that one, the opener, and then to battle back to just trounce South Dakota and then go up against Nebraska, battle with Nebraska, beat Nebraska there in Lincoln. We'll hear from Coach, a few statements from Coach Bloomquist. But yeah, guys, absolutely insane weekend. Track and field, people qualifying for NCAAs. Forks up, man. Absolutely. Just, again, baseball, golf, men's golf, track, forks up, man. Way to rock it. And, yeah, we'll get to all that. But, again, go to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel, my friends. Why? Because, like I said, you've missed a plethora, first of all, of phenomenal con reviews, as my veteran Pitchfork Lunchers know, or my newbies, again, forks up, glad you're here. But my vets know what I'm going to say, man. Shame on you. Where have you been? Because when I say you've missed a lot, a plethora, yes, you have. That includes season 1. So subscribe to the channel. And again, like I said, you can binge watch season 1, keep watching season 3, binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3. And then when season 4 starts, man, you'll be all caught up. We're going to have some fun stuff going on. Again, last week we talked to Coach Tuitele, got him on. Schedule finally worked out. We got him on last week. Again, some unofficial visits also this weekend at ASU football-wise. Again, 2027s, some 2027s, but 2028s, 2029s. There was even a incoming freshman at 2030. So crazy to say that, a 2030. But yeah, that's the recruiting cycle, man. Like we were saying with Coach Tuitele, like it just goes and goes and goes, and you guys know that. So, but yeah, go to YouTube, guys, watch live, but do subscribe. Again, my page, you see my name, Michael Caratinito, but my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Yes, because again, you need to get caught up. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. And yeah, so let's, man, look at this. We're going to start with baseball. You guys saw it. Actually, there's some stuff I'm going to get to you, but you saw it again. They fell to Ole Miss not once, but twice. The 14-inning marathon on Friday night, and then they doubled it up Saturday or yesterday. Hold on, we'll get to it. But anyway, they had to go down through the elimination bracket. They take out South Dakota, and then Ole Miss beats Nebraska to stay undefeated, and then ASU takes on the Huskers. And man, a home run fest that it was there. New Contreras hit a few. Dean Toigo hit a few. Dominic Smaldino. Biggie Smalls. Apologies. But I know we're all talking about, obviously, the Landon Hairston ejection. Sorry about that, all. Okay, here we are back again. Whoa, that was a crazy flash, but nonetheless, yeah. Like I said, Small Dino again with the home runs. New Contratus, I mean, just cracked it. But yeah, they lose to Ole Miss in 14, 7-6. Yeah, they were up in that game. Cole Carlone pitched a gritty game against, again, an Ole Miss team, like I said, who hit 100 home runs. And Udermark hit his 50th, his team, hit his 50th career home run as a Ole Miss Rebel and set the program record. So again, for overall, obviously not, he didn't hit 50 in a season. It was his 21st. That being said, my friends, it's again one of those things that is, I mean, but back and forth. So the 15 inning game, that's what I was getting at. The 14 inning game, the Devils again fall, and that was quite the bummer. As Ole Miss comes out of Lincoln Regional. Oh, look at this. Auburn and Milwaukee are playing today. And this is crazy because Ole Miss, well, actually, Milwaukee won. With eliminated, but when it started, it was 1-2. Milwaukee was the 4 seed. So it was Auburn as the 1 seed, UCF, and it went 2, and then NC State, 3, Milwaukee 4. If Milwaukee wins this game, which would be phenomenal, let's go Milwaukee, man. Forks up to them. Ole Miss will host the Super Regional because they were the 3 seed. But had the Devils won, they would have been rooting for Milwaukee because it would have been here in Tempe or at Phoenix Community, but whatever, Tempe, Phoenix Community, right? They're right next door to each other, as you get Sun Devils know. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy because Nebraska beat South Dakota State 4-1, and then Ole Miss beat ASU 7-6 in 14 innings, guys. Jaden Alba came in. I mean, Cole Carlone started that game, and they were up. But man, I mean, and Alba came in and just kept the Devils in and kept going. I mean, they were even talking about it on the broadcast. You'll hear you talking about it on the broadcast, like around a 7 ERA. But man, just put up scoreless inning after scoreless inning, even with a base runner or 2 on, and it was absolutely insane. That was 7-6 and 14 innings. So ASU goes elimination bracket. They crushed South Dakota State 17-0. A grand slam in that game by New Contratus, which we will see. And then they crushed them 17-0. So Ole Miss and Nebraska play. Ole Miss beats Nebraska 6-3 in the winners bracket. Nebraska drops down, and then ASU was up 11-1, and Nebraska in the 7th or in the 7th and 8th, 8th. We'll get to it, but makes a run. But nonetheless, ASU wins 11-8 to go take on yesterday to go take on Ole Miss. And then, of course, it goes extra innings again. And the Devils fall 5-4 on a walk-off. Again, it was a wild pitch, slow to the bases. And, again, infield was crazy in, and it literally just found an inkling getting past Smaldino or going in between Smaldino, I should say, and New Contratus. Yes, Landon Harrison was ejected. We'll hear from Coach Bloomquist on that. He was ejected in the Nebraska game for the bat flip. And a lot of you saw it. And look, if you didn't hear what Coach Bloomquist said, I'm going to play it. We'll break it down after that. But, man, Ole Miss advances. And, again, I mean, the Lincoln Regional, just insane. The Devils right there. Had it right there for the taking. And, again, had they won that game, they still would have had to play today. They still had to take on Ole Miss again today. But, man, the pitching arms, Colby Guy, I mean, damn, just, again, a performance there. And, yeah, sometimes you gotta tip your cap. And the number 1 overall seed, UCLA, gets bounced, gets upset in the LA regional. Cal Poly ends up walking them off and winning it. That was crazy. But yeah, to get back to our Devils, again, I digress. Oh man, again, to see what they did in the Lincoln, just the atmosphere and everything in Lincoln, absolutely awesome. But you go from that men's golf, guys, they are just absolutely crushing it as they they are just absolutely crushing it at La Costa. Man, I mean, I can't even again. We'll get to the leaderboard, but I mean, Connor Williams, Boston Brackens, just Michael Madsen, just rolling, man, rolling. And I mean, yeah, Coach Thurman again has to be just absolutely stoked. As should Sun Devil Nation be. I mean, that's just and I mean they're just absolutely crushing it. So I mean, stoked for them there. Track and field guys, women's, men's qualifying for nationals or NCAAs in Eugene. Rocked it in Fayetteville, Arkansas this weekend as Arkansas was hosting the Western Regional, which might seem a little far east to host the Western Regional. But hey, it doesn't matter. They went there and they just absolutely rocked it. Absolutely rocked it. I'll get into that. But like I said, come back. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. Wrap baseball. We'll hear from Willie Bloomquist. We'll hear from Willie Bloomquist, and go from there. And then, like I said, I'll get into golf, give you more of the results there, what the men have done. A playoff this morning, which went the Sun Devils' way. Man, forks up, man. Just again, absolutely amazing. Graham Rossini, by the way, my friends, my Pitchfork Lunch friends. Receiving Graham Rossini, he was named to the Silverwave Media's top athletic directors in America list. Again, and no shock. Again, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Forks up to Graham on that. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing and well deserved. So again, talk a little bit about that. We'll get to it, but I'm going to take a quick break. We get back. We'll hear from statements from Willie Bloomquist and break down a little bit more baseball. And then, like I said, get into golf, give you updates on that because again, there's a playoff this morning. and they just the Devils just keep rocking it. So we'll step aside real quick and have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
He's dealt with all sorts of injuries, hand injury last year in the postseason, back injury cost him most of his sophomore year. This one is hit on a line to right field. It's over the head of the right fielder, and it is gone. Boy, did that get out of here in a hurry on a grand slam for Contreras, his third homer in 2 days. And this game has been blown open. It's 7-0 Sun Devils.
Contreras pulled to left field. And this time with the bases loaded, right into the teeth of the wind. 105 off the bat to right field. Took advantage of that short right field porch and that short right field fence. But that kid's had himself a pretty impressive 2 days.
Hoggendall fires airmails. Now that's going to allow Toigo to start running. He is at second. He's not stopping. He's going to third base. And it's coming apart for the Jackrabbits here in the 5th. On a 1-2. And that ball is roped to left field. That sends Jones back. He's going to have to keep going back. And how about a leadoff blast for Toigo? Touch 'em all time for Toigo, his third. And a shocker. It's 1-0 ASU on an Oppo Taco. Are you serious with this ASU offense?
I mean, watch where Foley starts the glove right here. We're trying to go up. It's up. I mean, it's letter high, if not further. There's not a lot of guys when you're intentionally trying to throw up at 97 that can do what Toigo just did.
not only make contact, but run one out of the ball.
Yeah, some of the highlights there. Toigo leading off. He went into the leadoff spot for Harrison with the ejection, the bat flip. A lot of you saw it against Nebraska. And look, I'm just gonna play Willie Bloom said. Set it up. You guys know what happened. Here is though Willie Bloomquist. But yeah, Coach Bloomquist talking about this, and look, I mean, as a homer, do I think should have been an injection? No, of course, you guys know that homer show. But I say this, and you got the newbies don't know this, but my vet pitchfork lunchers absolutely know this. If it had happened to that school down south, would I be saying the same thing, right? And yes, I would absolutely be saying the same thing. No, it shouldn't have been an injection. Absolutely not. Should not have been an injection. Whatsoever at all. And that's the frustrating part. That's the very frustrating part because it's, again, like we'll hear from Coach. It's, again, I get it, like a bat flip, and it did go high and probably not as high as it should have went. He would have been better off slamming it inside the dugout, which again, you don't want the frustration to get to you, but it's, as we know, it's high emotion. And that's the tough part. So anyway, let's hear from Coach. Here is Coach.
Yeah, I figured we were probably going to have to address that at some point in time. Listen, I don't advocate for the bat flip right there, but on the same token, I've been around Landon Harrison all year. If I know Landon like I think I do, he was more frustrated with himself taking that pitch and threw it, and it looked a lot worse than he meant it to look, I'm sure. I would have really liked to have seen a warning in that situation. This was an intense game with a lot of emotions running high. Have some feel, I guess, is what I would say. And yeah, I'm going to defend my player no matter what. Maybe at the expense of me looking bad, I guess, in this case. But on the same token, this is a regional championship, game that the winner goes to champion. Everyone's emotions are high. And now we're sitting here talking about an umpire making a call versus one of the best players in the country that's now doesn't get to play in a regional championship game. So that's unfortunate. Love Landon Harrison. Again, emotions running high. He flipped the bat. I think probably more disappointed in himself for taking a strike three. But it's disappointing. We do have to control our emotions a little bit better than that in those situations. But on the same token, it's an emotional game. It's emotional time. I would have liked to have seen a warning right there rather than the letter of the law being taken for whatever that's worth. But I got to be careful with what I say because we have another game tonight. Yeah. Make a statement on the fans of this town. unbelievable atmosphere. I'm really excited our guys got to play in front of this type of atmosphere. It was, we've been very well accommodated by the local people here, and it's just been outstanding. So hats off to the Nebraska fan base. They've been classy. They've been awesome. A lot of fun to play in front of them. So hats off to this town for having really good fans. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, and there he is, Coach. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I mean, look, what Coach Bloomquist said right there. Yes, would every Sun Devil fan in Sun Devil Nation rather have seen a warning? 100%. But in that game, again, it's not like it went at the umpire. It's not and it didn't also go into the field of play. I mean, it was close, but it was still in foul territory. And he flipped his bat, and I mean, even Nebraska's head coach, there was I can't repeat what he said, but if you see the video and they pan to him, he says, I'll just put it this way, he says, WTF, right? And look, the umpires met, and then they also talked to Coach Bloomquist, but I shouldn't have been. Is he right? I mean, okay, the letter of the law, but it wasn't. He didn't say. And again, if you do something again with actions, you don't have to say anything. But there was nothing said towards the umpire outside of the bat flip. And like he said, it should have been a warning because then he's suspended for the next game, which is just junk. I mean, how is it that in baseball it's still this archaic? I mean, you get ejected for targeting in the second half of a football game, and they have the vision to, okay, yes, the player, whichever player, as we know, I know, a very, very bad word, a very, very bad word here in Pitchfork Lunch and in Sun Devil Nation. Yes, I know, targeting. But you sit there and you have us in the second half of the game and you miss the first half of the next game. But you're back in the second half. You don't miss the whole next game, which is ridiculous. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. So the fact that he got ejected, I mean, it's like in Major League Baseball. And people say, well, I mean, it's called, okay, outside, the money in the NIL, but still, even it's been like that for the longest time. And in Major League, yeah, if you get a 3-game suspension, you're out for 3 games, you appeal it, whatever. But he's right there. Coach Bloomquist, and not just because he's a friend of the program, going back to Pac-12 preview during the Super Bowl, had him on. He came out. He was on the show. Got an interview with Coach Bloomquist. Absolutely awesome. Starting then. So but again, yes, there are the rules, but you have so many in the sport of baseball. And I've said, much as I love obviously Sun Devil baseball, college baseball, the dumbest and Major League, the dumbest thing about unwritten, I have all these unwritten rules, but again, you're saying it's the postseason. So if you sit there and you bounce him knowing that he's going to miss the next game, it shouldn't be the next game. So he got bounced in the inning. Okay. You want to say he's got to be out for, 2 innings of the next game, 3, again, but in football, you're not. So again, you get ejected. That's that. You're out of the rest of that game. And that's that. It should not carry over. That's the ridiculous part. That is the annoying part. All I'm going to say, completely annoying part, because he shouldn't have been. Now, and again, Dean Toigo, you saw him lead off the game. He takes the leadoff spot. I played that highlight. I mean, yeah, here's this is him in the leadoff spot. Against Mississippi State.
On a 1-2.
I mean, he's in the leadoff spot, top of the first.
Jones back. He's going to have to keep
1-2.
back.
You hear it right there.
Leadoff blast for Toigo.
I mean,
touch 'em all time for
so yeah, he goes up into that leadoff spot. Guy you want. I mean, he's been hot as well. I mean, Smaldino, I'm sure, was a candidate for Willie Bloomquist. I'd be interested to talk to him, ask him about that, even though it's in the past. But I mean, Entrada stays in the 2 spot, and Smaldino, look at that leadoff. Where Harrison was, and yeah, that was insane because you saw the height of that pitch. And like the analyst was saying, right there, I mean, he's high, and it's 97, trying to get him to chase, and Toigo gets around enough on it, goes oppo, but still, like, Harrison not being there is that's, again, an ejection. And yeah, had it happened in the ninth inning, I could be like, okay, you have to miss the first. If a college wants to, update the rule, and as should be, football doesn't. Again, we always don't like it. Obviously, different sports, everything's always for the offense. But in general, like the targeting, okay, you're ejected. You just missed the first half of the next game. Okay, I mean, that sucks. You have to wait, just like Shamari Simmons had to wait to play in the UT game, but it wasn't targeting against UT in the game, even though it got reviewed. And you look at the hit, you put them next to each other, and the hit in the Texas game was worse than what Shamari Simmons did in the Iowa State game in the championship, which was a freaking joke. So, yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane is all I'm going to say. Like, crazy insane. And I just, yeah. So, but hey, they fall. A hell of a season, battled, most undefeated on the road, first time since '82, a road series. Like, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Or I gotta reword that right, but still, absolutely crushed it. Let's transition to golf real fast, my friends, because it is it is insane as to what they are, what they have done. Well, I shouldn't say insane. It's ASU golf. They've done ASU men's golf things, just like the women did ASU women's golf things. Oh, and the Women's College World Series. I mean, by the way, too, obviously softball, Sun Devils not there, but it's been pretty insane. UCLA breaking home run records. Texas Tech getting to the semifinals. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. The team leaderboard. What? Well, Auburn was 23 under. Texas was 20 under. Oklahoma State was 11 under. I mean, Connor Williams started out 6 under, 6 birdies on his opening round, and then 12 pars. So, yeah. 3 birdies on the front 9, 3 birdies on the back 9, and then 6 pars on each side. So, I mean, absolutely awesome. He was 6 under after round 1. Michael Masseth was 1 over. Boston Bracken was 3 over. And Fida Laupacti was 5 over. Bowen Moss was 10 over, as he had 10 bogeys and 8 pars. Or no. Oh, yeah. 10 bogeys and 8 pars. So that was a tough one. He was 10 over after round 1. So, and Michael matched that. And then Connor Williams was 1 under in round 2, which would have put him at 7 under. Yeah, so he had 5 birdies and 4 bogeys, and then 9 pars. So can't go wrong with that. Michael Madseth shot even par in round 2. Boston Bracken's he had 5 birdies but 4 bogeys, which would have been fine for 1 hour, but then he had 1 double bogey as well on the par 4 14th. And then Laupacti was 5 over. He had 1 birdie and then 6 bogeys that round. Boston Moss cut 5 shots off his round. He was 5 over in round 2. But yeah, Connor Williams again after round 2 was 7 under par and amidst the lead. And then round 3 was yesterday, and Connor Williams, a little bit of a tough round. He went 5 over yesterday, but Laupacti went 2 under. Boston Bracken went 1 under, and Laupacti going 2 under. He had 6 birdies, 1 bogey, but he also had 1 double bogey on the par 5, 596-yard 10th. Got a 7 there, got a double bogey. But yeah, Laupacti went 2 under. Bracken went 1 under. Connor Williams, like I said, 5 over, but he was put him at 2 under. But the Devils were 3 over and then 5 over and 5 over. But 13 over, and the cut line was at -5 because like I said, Auburn was 23 under. Texas was Auburn is 23 under now, but they were 22 under. So they were at 22, and then you had 19 from Texas, and then 8 under from Oklahoma State, 9 under from Vanderbilt, 8 under from UCLA, 6 under from North Carolina, 8 under from the team down south, 5 under, or no, never mind, 6. So 1 over from Florida, and then 2 over from LSU, 2 over from Tennessee, even from Oklahoma, and one 2 over. Or wait, +3, +1, +2. Yeah, 2 over from Stanford. And like I said, Oakland. So ASU at 11 over, but when you look at the player leaderboard, Preston Stout from Oklahoma State in the lead with 12. He's 12 under as of now, but he was he was 11 under going into today. And then Philip Jakubik from school down south from Arizona. We'll say Arizona because it's in the championships. You guys know, don't have to like, but absolute respect. He is 10. He was 10 under through 3 rounds. So yeah. And then let's see. So he was second, and then William Jennings from Alabama Independent is third. He's at 10 under right now. Will Hartman from Vanderbilt's also at 10 under. Baylor Larrabee is at 9 under. I think Larrabee had a didn't Larrabee have it? I thought he had a needle. Oh no, he was just on fire in round 1. Yeah, he was 5 under and he had 5 birdies and 13 pars. I talked about him the other day, but nonetheless, he is tied for or in 5th as Jakubik, Jennings, and Hartman are all tied for 4th, and then you have Josiah Gilbert from Auburn in 5th, and then Lance Simpson of Tennessee. Larrabee and Gilbert tied for 5th, and then Simpson at 7th, and then Dean Grazerman of Stanford, Jackson Covian of Auburn, Kyle Aquina of BYU, Tommy Morrison of Texas, all tied for 8th at 6 under. But our highest devil Connor Williams, who battle is 2 under. Wait, where? Hello. Yeah, Connor Williams, who was again 7 under through 2, was at 2 under. Had a playoff today, won it on the first hole, birdied it, absolutely phenomenal, and now he is even par in this round so far. He is through 2 holes. He is 2 under. And then Yeah, so Michael Madsen finished at +4. Boston Brackens, he finished at +3. But yeah, was in the cut. So yeah, Connor. So yeah, Connor Williams, who's down 3 spots, 25th, but he is at even par right now. So he can, again, we'll see what he can do. He is through 2 holes, and he's even so far. Yeah, he started on back nine. He started on 10, so he parred the par 5, 596-yard 10th, and then parred the par 4, 355-yard 11th. So he is on 12 right now. In which he has he is par 12 the first 3 rounds. So again, battling for an individual title is Connor Williams again, but 12 shots off of Preston Stout, who is 12 under now, 2-shot lead over Jakubik, Jennings, and Hartman. They are the next closest, but Connor again 10 shots back. But again, he's through 3 is Stout, so we'll see. We'll see what he can do if he can make a run because he had a ton of birdies. Did Connor Williams? Did Connor Williams in round 1? Like I said, he had 6 and then no bogeys, and then in round 2 he had 5, and then but he did have 4 bogeys. In round 3 he had 1 birdie, and this is again round 3 got him a little bit. 1 birdie, 2 bogeys, but 2 double bogeys, which caused him to go into a playoff. And again, which he won on the first playoff hole on 16 today. And then, he parred the first 2 holes today. So again, he makes round 1 like round 4, gets 6 birdies. He would be at 8 under. That would send him to, if he can pull off 6 birdies, that would shoot him up to 8 under, which would put him in the top 10 as of right now. But I guess others have to tee off, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, forks up, let's go. And again, the way they parred and again just shot, absolutely awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. So big awesomeness there. Track and field to wrap up, guys. We're going to wrap up today on track and field as they, just absolutely crushed it. They in Fayetteville, they were in, like I laughed at Arkansas because that was the West regional. So who's headed to Eugene? Who's Eugene bound? The women's 4x100 relay team of Aaliyah Adams, Ashanti Bowlers, Nia Morgan, and Alexia Schofield. They went a season best, guys, 44.57 in the 4x1 to take 12th place. 12th place with the 44. That's insane, guys. That is lightning. And I mean, hundredths of a second can move you up 2 spots, 3 spots. So again, absolutely insane. But they punched their ticket to Eugene. Inez Lopez, regional winning personal record throw of 60.57 meters, guys. That is insane. That in feet, that's I think 198 feet, 199. 199 feet. Yeah, Inez Lopez. Look how good I am. Just okay. So I said 198, 199, but she went 60.57 meters, which was again a personal record throw, which is 198 feet 8 inches, guys. Insane. Almost hit the 200 feet mark, winning by 7 feet. That is, I mean, again, in discus, that is absolutely huge. Claire Kovach of Colorado State went 58.39, which is 191 feet 7 inches, and then Abigail Martin was the only one, one of the three. She was 190 or over. She hit 190. Abigail Martin of Texas A&M went 57.98 meters, 190 feet 3 inches, but 198 8 inches, 1 foot 2 inches away from the 200 foot mark in the discus for Inez Lopez. And again, that is an art form. Headed to Eugene. I'm going to aim to get her on the show this week. Got a little communicating to do, but I will tell you this, guys, that is absolutely phenomenal for Lopez to do that. And like I said, the women's team that finished 12th, 44.57. Okay, look at this. 44.57, right? And they were 4 thousandths of a second from 11th place because Central Arkansas went 44.57 as well. But they were 44.563 on the AccuTrack, and then the Sun Devils, Lady Devils, were 44.567. So 4 thousandths, just that much would have moved over one spot. But then you have 44.42. So again, 1/10 of a second moves you up. 2/10 of a second moves you up. If you go 40. If you go 44.37, you're already up to 9th. Right? I mean, that's just how close it was. USC, now, I mean, and there was 2 under 43. USC went 42.54, and they were the number 1 ranked team coming in the country, the Trojans. And Texas A&M, they went 42.68. They're 4x1 team. They were number 11 coming in the country. So, yeah, in the West regional meet. The team down south, hats off. They took 3rd. They also qualified. They went 43.28 to take 3rd. Texas went 43.28, but it was 43.277 for Arizona, and it was 43.278 for Texas. 1,000th. Again, that's just like insane. That again, that's why I try, and not just the sprinting, but like the throws. Like I said, Inez Lopez to see that in the discus, man, forks up, absolute forks up to that. But yeah, their time was 44.57, like I said, for 12th. Also, Dayton Carlson is Eugene bound as he went 146.08 to take 7th overall in the 8, and will compete for a national championship in the men's 800. Again, very, very stoked for there it is. On Friday, he did that, the men's 800 meter run. He said 7th, 146.08, 145.80 was Stephen Mutai of Big 12 foe, Texas Tech, right in front of him. The winning time, though, Trice Taylor, Arkansas, Fayetteville there, home track, 144.35. There was only 200. There's 200, 145. Him and Peter Narumbi, pardon me, from Texas A&M went 144.65, and then just over 140 in 145 was Rivaldo Marshall, again, a teammate, a senior, both seniors from Arkansas, Trice Taylor and Rivaldo Marshall. But Marshall went 145.10. Yeah, so Arkansas went 1-3. A&M went 2-4. Reese Sharman Newell went 145.47. And then you had Cole Schauman of NAU, the Harvard of the Pines, a senior, going 145.66. And like I said, Mutai, who's a freshman, went 145.80. Carlson, who's a senior, 146.08, comfortably qualified. And both Taylor and Narumbi up top, those were personal bests. So, again, they went all out there. We'll see what they do in Eugene. But, yeah, so stoked there for Dayton Carlson, who has had one hell of a season. Oh, and that's weird. Jaden Davis is Eugene Mound in the 400 meters, guys. His time, wait till you Jaden Davis, third place, 44.84. This is how close first, second, and third were. Jack Stadelman of USC, number 15 in the country, ranked 15th, 44.79. Oh, and then Jordan Pierre, who's third in the country from Arkansas, the junior. Oh, by the way, Stadelman, a freshman. But Jordan Pierre, who's a junior, went 44.81. Oh, and then Jaden Davis, who's number 4 in the country, went 44.84, just 0.03 of a second behind Pierre. And then a little bit of separation as TJ Tom Leanovich of Arkansas went 45.11, and then Gabriel Clement of UCLA went 45.22, finished 5th. So, yeah, I mean, but you look at it, like 12th, okay, is the last qualifier, which was Kenny Carpenter of Colorado State. He went 45.61. Then you have 45.56, 2 45.43s, which was Michael Joseph of Kansas and Alexander Rhodes of UW. So Joseph got 9th in that because he went 45.427. And Alexander Rhodes went 45.430. So, yeah, I mean, that's just insane. And then you had David Akul. Akalu, pardon me, of Iowa, who went 45.36. Then you have Martin Kuyuminjian, who went 45.30, and then Kamar Farquharson went 45.30 as well. Farquharson got 6th, though. He went 45.294 as Kuyuminjian went 45.295. Insane. But then, yeah, you got 45.22, 45.11, 44.84, 44.81, 44.79. So absolute lightning in the men's 400 meter dash there. Let's see. Did they qualify in the men's 4x1? Did I miss that? Nope. They did not qualify in the men's 4x1. The insane time is the winning time was 38.56 from Arkansas, right? 38.56. ASU 4x1 was 1.2 seconds between first and last. 1.2 seconds, guys. ASU had 24th in the 4x1, but I mean, that's just insane. Oh, no, that was the quarterfinals. No, it would have been the finals. And then in the 4x4, the Devils were at 3:09.84, which was 20th. The first place time. Texas A&M went 3:01.14 in the 4x4. Why do I not see the finals? Well, it's the finals, but nonetheless, again, they absolutely represented and crushed it, my friends. They absolutely crushed it. So, Forks Up, track and field, men's golf, baseball. Thank you for one hell of a season. Thank you for, again, an absolutely amazing one hell of a season that you gave us. And yeah, we're going to get out of here. Again, see you tomorrow on Taco Tuesday. Have a great rest of your phenomenal Monday. I will see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. And yes, as always, you guys know it. Thanks for reigning back-to-back Big 12 champs women's volleyball. It is hashtag our state. Remember that school down south? It is hashtag our state. And just remember that, because you know it is. It is. You can try and deny it, but it is our state. And you guys know it. Go Devils. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. And as always, man, Forks Up.
I went to Arizona State.
Rod.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Wayne Baker, Funnel will put it up, throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
On this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. Got the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter.